How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about setting goals in a more coherent manner to the truth of our psychology, and also for true goal setting. Everything should be phasic planning. I don't think you should ever plan something as a linear going to be for sure thing, which obviously we all know is not a real probability. We can't look, what are we going to do 5 years in the future, because we actually usually underestimate how much we can do in 5 years, and apparently we largely overestimate what we can do in 1 year. So what I propose instead is, take an idea of what you think you'll do in a year or 5 years, and shoot it into a little bit further, like try and double up on it, and then from there develop phases between where you are now, what you're currently undergoing, and then where you plan to be in each of these different phases. It's really important to know how to take bite-sized pieces of the whole strategically. A good example, as a Mexican, you put peppers into my sandwiches when I was growing up, and so you strategically want to have your drink, and your side, usually chips, right, or fruit or whatever. You want to have that ready strategically for when you take the spiciest bites, right? The hottest bites are hard to deal with on their own, but if you got the right resources, you're pacing yourself right, you're gonna be fine. Now, so if you allocate, this is a thing that I've even extended into my profession, like for financial budgeting and stuff. It's really looking into how can I properly budget something and exceed my expectations, but not set my expectations too low. Realistic, right? And in the world of money and numbers, usually you should expect it to be more, because if you are ill prepared, it could be the death of the project, the death of the motion, and so much lost money in between. Which is why I usually like to overestimate in most things, but I don't grossly overestimate. It's very key, tuned in, and that's the purpose of phasic planning. That way you can always look at your data, you can always adjust accordingly and make the best next approximation, and then even find what the split is between that and the actual number you had planned on before that, or the actual phase you had planned since the beginning. It gives you a sense of direction, but also perhaps your most apparent errors at hand, very clearly written out to yourself that you made a mistake and it's time to correct it. It's owning up. Am I doing fantastic? Am I doing just as I expected, but just over estimating my expenses on purpose since the get-go? Be honest with yourself and continue to develop those skills. It's not about the outward look, it's about what you're actually achieving for your vision, your view, your project, your goals, your people. So stay focused, guys, and put into bite-sized chunks. Catch you in the next one.